What's one piece of advice you can give me?
When in 7th grade, if you have missed, choose your partners very, very wisely.
Okay.
How have I changed since last year?
I mean, I think you're like a better person. Like,
Yeah.
no offense.
No,
but like,
the more experience
you're
have.
nicer, you're wiser. You're actually like, you're better at smart things.
Well, I
mean,
hope so.
Obviously, we both are, because schooling.
Yeah.
I mean, school, homeschool, but school.
What was your first impression of me that you never told me?
My first impression was, why are they putting her in my class? What did I do wrong?
Wow.
But that quickly changed.
You are a lot smarter than I am. So I wish that I was as smart as you were. Of course, when I get into your grade and stuff like that right now, I'm in about 6th grade and you're about 8th grade. So once I get to your grade, I want to be as smart as you are.
if not smarter.
Yeah.
What do you think scares me the most about growing up?
About growing up, dying?
Not really.
Oh, okay. Having to do a job and pay the bills and all
It's
that
actually about
financial
losing
stuff.
friends.
Really?
Yeah.
Losing friends? Really? So you losing friends and you're worrying that you might lose your friends because they might travel and you never
Yeah,
hear them again.
because I feel like when I grow up and I go to different schools, I'm gonna lose touch with you.
Probably not.
I see that we can be with our family, but I also see the sad side. What if I forget about my friends? Or what if I forget English?
You're not
Or
forgetting.
what if they forget about me?
I get annoyed a lot at school or with work. There's a lot of times I get mad or cry sometimes but I don't tell anyone. Even I don't tell mommy. Just getting mad because I feel like I'm pressured. Even with other kids do stuff, I don't feel like they're smarter than me or their work is better, but they just finish quickly.
And you feel pressured by indirectly.
I feel like I'm slow.
That's fine.
Yeah, but since it takes time, it takes up a lot of time in my day.
Mm-hmm. You mean in terms of school and in homework?
That's why I don't usually talk to people that much.
Why don't you talk to them?
Because I feel like I have a lot of stuff to do. That's why I don't usually talk a lot to you or mommy.
Because you're trying to get it done.
That's also why I feel like I have too much to do in my day. I don't have a lot of free time.
Because you're trying to be as fast as everyone else.
No, I'm not trying to be as fast. I'm just trying to get what I have to do done.
Okay.
But since I'm slow, it just takes a while.
You okay?
Yeah.
You ready?
Whenever we get grades back, when people ask, "Oh, what you got?" and when I get a bad mark and they do better than me, I really hate it when they compare themselves to me.
Yeah.
They think I'm more perfect but I'm actually the opposite.
Yeah.
There's so much stuff that I'm going through that people don't know about.
Exactly, yeah.
But yeah.
What's the most ridiculous thing you've seen me do?
Make a teacher cry. Oh my God. You made a teacher cry in middle school. And I remember this one time, I think it was 7th grade. The teacher made me cry and you went, I don't know, you went crazy.
All right, let's, rewind
told
back.
her.
I don't tolerate that. Teachers are supposed to teach, not, humiliate kids. So she just was, furious, in tears, ran to the office, and I didn't get in trouble. She had to sit down with the principal and the vice principal about that. That was, a whole thing.
Yeah. I always feel the closest to you when when you were in school, when high school in particular, and you were going through your struggles in high school, and you always ran from the other two teachers, the two men, and you always ran into my room. I was like, no, I'm just going and sitting in the room. I'm just done with this whole day. And I would be like, oh, she chose me. She wants to come sit with me.
When I had no friends, when I was like first in PS58, but I had no one who would back me up nor nothing, I used to walk around the playground and help people who look sad or play with them or try to cheer them up.
Yes.
It felt like my job to me.
Well, it's not your job.
I know, but it just felt like it.
Most of the time, you're like kind of funny in class, and then I'm just kind of quiet.
Oh yeah, how we were like a good team because you and me thought of it and I speeched it out.
Yeah.
I was like the spokesperson, you were like the thinker.
Yeah.
Do you think I was a good head boy this year?
Is that even a question? But, I mean, I don't know. See, that's the first time you ever asked me that question.
I try not to like take in people's opinions.
Yeah.
I don't know. Do you think I've been
being a head boy at high school means
like I don't know. I kind of wish I didn't. I wasn't.
Really?
Yeah. I feel like I would have done what I did, even without the title.
Yeah, absolutely.
But it's just, I think about it all the time. Like,
I would say being a head boy at high school, each head boy is different to one another, and you were a different head boy, you know, and you're your own head boy to Kashmir High School. And there's no way I'm going to say you were a bad head boy. I don't think anyone could say that. You represented Kashmir High, and you represented the class of 2019. Like, you represented all of us. Even from the year 9s, man. The year 9s, like, they would talk about you, you know? Like, they would talk about it and be like, oh, wow, like, you know, one day I might want to be like him, you know?